Hi everyone, it's Tree, and I just want to talk to you about a few of my recent crystal purchases. And I also want to tell you what to look for when buying some of your crystals. The most recent one I purchased was this, John of God. You can see it's a quartz, and it has some rainbows in there, and it has green in the back, which is an inclusion of chlorite, and chlorite is a mineral that is good for healing. If you look on the face of the crystal, that's this big old piece right here, there's 7 sides. Turn it around, there's 3, a triangle. When you have a crystal that's 7-sided, right here, with a triangle in the back of it, it's called a channeler. Now what do you do with a channeler? Well, you put it in your hands, close your eyes, and you work with it. A channeler helps you reach your higher self. So it's kind of like you talking to you. You can also use it to help yourself with any kind of illness or injuries. Just take the point and bring it to wherever is needed on the body, wherever needs a healing. And they're very powerful crystals. You can not only use them for yourself, you can use them to send healing to others as well. Just close your eyes and envision this beam of healing energy going to that other person. And why are they so powerful, and what are they? Well, many of you may know of John of God being on Oprah a number of years ago. John of God is a Brazilian man, and he was contacted by spirit. And he was told that he was going to be some type of a healer. He was also told to buy a plot of land in Brazil, in something called like Abadiania. I'm not good in Spanish. So he did, but he didn't know that underneath the property was a crystal vortex. Imagine that. Imagine finding out that you had a crystal vortex underneath your house. That house would be gone, and I'd be digging. So when he found that out, he was able to later utilize that because he does healings, and he heals thousands of people each year. They come from all over for free. Yes, free. And he does crude surgeries. He heals people from cancer, AIDS, tumors, just various types of illness. And it could be 1 visit or 20 visits. It's just your plane fare in your hotel. He doesn't charge. And it's all funded by the crystals that are mined on the property. And the crystals are blessed. And because they're blessed, they're infused with this energy, the energy from the entities that are on the property. And the entities are the ones that work through him. And they are not scary spirits. They are former doctors and healers, shamans, and they work through him. So they say that the crystals have the same power from those entities, and it's used only for good. So that's pretty neat if you can get your hands on a John of God. I know there's one website, exquisitecrystals.com. They sell them reasonably priced. Well, when I was also there were 2 boxes on the floor, and I was immediately drawn to them, especially when I heard that they were from Atlantis. Did I say Atlantis? I am in Arkansas. Or did I mean Atlantis? Well, it's believed that the Atlanteans planted certain mines, and the big mine in Arkansas is one of them. So that makes the crystals Atlanteans. So of course I had to check it out. But I wished I had this, and I didn't. So whenever you go looking for crystals, take a magnifier, because you never know what goodies you'll find in the crystals. Now there were 2 at first that I was drawn to, and I'll show you both of them. This is Bill Clinton, aptly named, and this is Hillary. Now this one drew me just because of the power of it, and it was in very good shape. A lot of them weren't. If they're not in good shape, what can you do? Well, I could use this for a grid, but you can also place them in the corners of a room and help amplify the energy. If you have something positive like rose quartz for healing, you can amplify that out. But if they're pretty, and this one was pretty, you can put it out. I looked on it at first. I took my magnifying glass and I looked for triangles. You know what are triangles? They're record keepers. It means that they are etched with an ancient information that is really for you to discover through meditation. Or I was looking for trigonics. What's a trigonic? It's an upside down triangle, and you can really tap into your superconscious and your DNA coding and all of that. So that's fun. But this didn't have anything. The only thing it did have, which was pretty neat, was, if you can see here, you can see it right here. There's a little crystal within. When you find a crystal within another crystal, it means it's a manifester crystal. So it helps with those manifestations. Other than that, I just like it. Now this one, Hillary, has all of these little crystals. You can see some perfect little crystals here. And it's known as a barnacle crystal, meaning that this is an old soul crystal with a lot of wisdom, and it attracted these little crystals. So it's good to use in types of family situations or group situations where you're looking for guidance. Now this one, half of it's not here. It's not the prettiest one, so I would use it probably to just send out energy. Now I found this. This is double terminated crystal, meaning it has 2 points, faces on both sides. This one's interesting because it looks like it's self-healed. They have broken inside and started again. It's cloudy and it's clear, and it has some black tourmaline in it for grounding. See that right there? So this is used to break up blockages. Say you had a blockage in your heart, just grief, and you were just worried, you had stomach problems. You could put it in between in order to break that energy up. Now, how do you clean these things? Well, when you take them home, other people put their grubby hands on them. I'm a germaphobe. I don't like things like that. So you take out your sage. And what does sage do? Well, the Native Americans burned it for many years, and they still do. It used to be believed that it was to get rid of evil spirits. Sage emits negative ions. They're good. When you go to the doctor and you have positive results, you don't want that. So you get positive ions onto the crystals just in transport and toxins, pollution. Ugh. We don't want that. So you burn the sage around the crystal, and it helps drop those positive ions off. Now, what else can you do? Well, you can run them under water, quartz only, I would say. I wouldn't put salt in. A lot of people do, but it leaves a residue on the crystals, so don't like that. You can place them on the windowsill to get the moonlight, or even during the day, the sunlight. Or you can do my favorite, as you know, sound healing. This will help reset the crystal. All you do is you place the crystals around it, not in the bowl. The bowl will break. And you start playing it. The crystals. And it helps return it to its original base resonant frequency. Because we all have a certain base resonant frequency that we operate on. All over our bodies, different frequencies. And when something happens and they're stuck, they slow down. So when you're exposed to something that's running properly, it helps speed it up. So you can do that. And if you do not have a bowl, no problem. Just turn on Pandora. Now you have a computer, and listen to classical music. Mozart, Beethoven, anything soothing will help bring that crystal back to where it's supposed to be, and it'll oscillate properly. I know it sounds really technical, it makes me sound really smart, but believe me, I got it all from Hibiscus Moon, my great teacher. So, well, I hope that was helpful, and you can reset the crystals and they can help reset you, and I will be back with more videos soon, so namaste.